Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q. On this video, we're going to focus on Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. I'm a level 2 practitioner in sunny Scottsdale. And for whatever reason, I decided to bring 20 questions in regarding QHHT. So it's going to be a real fast experience, I'm hoping. So the first question is, what is quantum healing hypnosis technique and how does it differ from other forms of hypnosis? The first thing I can say, these are pretty long sessions, very comprehensive. We go through maybe 3 hours or 4 hours with an interview. We go into the induction piece, which may be 30 minutes. Then we go into the first experience with hypnosis. It could be 1 hour, it could be past lives, future lives, concurrent running timelines, as above, so below, or anything else. Then we go to the second hour, which is the subconscious piece, and that's my my favorite piece is the subconscious. And then we take the person out, and we are complete. But these are fairly long times with these hypnosis pieces. All right, so we're going to look at the next question here. How does QHHT integrate the concepts of quantum physics and healing? Well, Dolores Cannon is the founder, and she says once you get all this information, you understand, you know what happened, you knew where it was resting in the body, what was going on, you'll know. And so Dolores Cannon was so succinct, and I have a whole series of questions I do through the subconscious piece. And yes, the healing can begin. It can be instantaneous healing. I get that very, very often. Even with the past lives, we're going to get a lot of healing from that because maybe something in the body showing up, and then we find it wasn't actually in this lifetime, it was from a past life. And once they know, and they've actually articulated it through the hypnosis piece, then they know it's already gone, it's already done. So I don't know about quantum physics, but I'll just say it's a quantum field. For me, I call it the quantum healing experience. All right, so the next one, number 3, is what is the process involved? What is the process involved in a QHHT session? So I kind of already did that. Person calls me on the phone. We have to talk for a while because they have no idea what's going to happen. I'm pretty open to have maybe 15 or 30 minutes to kind of get them supported with what's going to happen. They come into my house. I have a house here, and I've got a day bed. This is my space where my day bed is. Then we just do the interview. It's fairly long, depending on how much what they want to say. A lot of times they could go from 2 to 3 or 4 hours, and so that's pretty awesome. And then same thing as the other question is you go into the induction, getting comfortable and feeling a little bit lighter in your body, and then you start moving into the first hour of hypnosis. And some people say, I'm still here, Susie. I'm not in hypnosis. Well, what we're finding right now is that a lot of these states of consciousness are about awakened states. So you can still be comfortable, you can be in a nice space, and then you can still get more guidance. And then the next one is the subconscious piece again, and that is where the miracles are. That's the miracle zone. So the whole thing is a miracle zone. From the time they come to the door to the time they leave, it's a miracle zone completely. All right, so we got number 4. How does QHHT access the subconscious mind to explore past lives or higher states of consciousness? It's pretty easy. We just go right into it. Sometimes there's no story. Sometimes they're just pure energy, or sometimes they go straight into a past life, and some of them could go somnambulistic, meaning that they take on the quality and the nature of that character, and they do it for the whole hour. It's like amazing and crazy. So that's how it's kind of working. So these higher states of consciousness are always kind of showing us. And again, like I said, some people come in and they're just in space. They're energy beings, or they're just in the dark. But these, when we get some really good energies, we get more guidance. And even if there's just your pure energy, we can still work with the energy and get some guidance for the person, because they need to look at some of their lessons. They need to look at some of their divine purposes through some of these states of curiosity. All right, so the next one, number 5, what are the potential benefits of QHHT for physical, emotional, and spiritual healing? I'll have to say, a healing. It's a healing. This is a true healing experience. If a person is really ready and available to do this work, it'll be a spontaneous healing in whatever area that they're working with, body, friends, or family, or manifestation, or creating more goodness, or working with anything else. But all of that will be kind of an instantaneous healing. How does QHHT assist in uncovering and resolving deep-rooted traumas or limiting beliefs? That would be part of the subconscious piece in the QHHT, and we have a whole process of discovery, and it's a whole process, but that would be something that we could do. If a person is really having some stuff going on with the body, or thoughts or weird impressions or strange stuff, we'll go through that process. Not everybody does that in the subconscious piece, but if there's something really, really that's really disrupting their state of consciousness, we'll go right into these questions, and then it's a time of just actively listening for the person. So I'll be asking questions, and then we'll go through the process, and then they're healed. They're basically healed. All right, so the next one is, can QHHT be effective in addressing chronic pain or health issues? Now, this is what I do. I'm basically a body scan person, right? So even when we put them in the subconscious piece, that's 1 hour, and then we have the body scan humming the whole time for the full hour. What it means is that we're asking the subconscious to continually move into that energy and bring in that body scan, and just it'll be percolating. Sometimes things can happen really, really quickly with a healing of the body immediately, and then sometimes they have to just sit back. So that's why I've decided just to do the body scan for 1 hour, and then yes, most definitely things will be clearing. So most people get benefits. Some people have had benefits, most of them with the heart, front side of the heart or back side of the heart, migraines, things related to cancer or different things like that. So we can take a look at that and see if we can get a better experience with their issues of their body. So it is effective. I always like it if somebody has a diagnosis or they just came off of a cancer treatment. I would love to do it before they go into treatment or before they have all this experience. But either way, it's fine because it's all divine. The whole thing is completely divine. Okay, another question. Are there any risk or side effects associated with QHHT? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say nothing, really. It just depends on the practitioner. If the practitioner doesn't really know exactly what they're doing, that may be kind of a weird side effect, that it may not be working, or it may be kind of a little bit different. But I haven't seen that for myself. How does QHHT help individuals connect with their higher selves or spiritual guidance? We're just working with these energies. We're working with a subconscious mind. And they'll be maybe getting some guidance through from the past lives or from future lives, or getting more guidance through the subconscious piece. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there. Can QHHT assist in gaining insights or answers to life's purposes and spiritual questions? That's the whole point of the whole thing, is that you want to get insights. After the session, you're going to get the summation of what happened. You're going to be gaining more insights, and you're going to be learning more about your life purpose, and you're going to get more lessons in this lifetime. And it's very succinct. It's very, very clear. Is it possible to experience spontaneous healing or transformation through QHHT? I see it all the time. All the time. All right, the next one is, how does the concept of parallel realities or alternate timelines relate to QHHT? That happens a lot, especially in that first hour. It could be a parallel life. You could just say it's you're in a lifetime right now, and then there's another version of you in another place or another space on this planet. And those parallel realities are really true. There's other alternate timelines, and there's many ways of what we're looking at time. I always think there's no time, right? I call it the Iman energy. It's just the eternal moment of now. Okay, the next question, QHHT be used to explore spiritual phenomena such as soul contracts or soul connections? We most definitely do that for sure. I like doing that. How does QHHT promote self-empowerment and personal growth? I think it's just once you've had the session and you've felt into that energy, you are completely empowered. You're a completely different person. Some people want to come in a couple times. I've only done one person that did it twice. But really, I think one session, which is powerful, and you've got a great practitioner, I think it's going to go right into flow. Is QHHT suitable for everyone, or are there any specific contraindications? I don't know how to say that. People who have maybe some real deep mental problems, sometimes it would be better for them to go to a different person than doing the QHHT. That would be, I think, what Dolores Cannon suggests. What role does a practitioner play in facilitating the QHHT session? What is my role? I'm an active listener, and I facilitate this experience, and the healing is on the person. I'm not doing it. I'm just a space and a container of energy, and whatever happens for the practitioner or for the person on the table, uh, it'll be what they need exactly. Okay, are the effects of QHHT permanent, or do they require ongoing sessions? I don't think you really need to go on to other sessions unless you really want to, but these are pretty comprehensive. Once you get in there, it's deep. It's a deep, deep dive. So you could do it several times, but I would really just go. People want to give me sessions, and I think that's cool and grandy and fun, but yeah, you don't have to do it over and over again. From my opinion, right? I think that's what Dolores Cannon says too. Once it's done, you're good. So the next one, can QHHT be combined with other healing modalities or therapies? Not necessarily, no. I think Dolores Cannon wants it to be specifically what it is, QHHT. We do exactly what she has told us and taught us to do. So there's no other therapies beyond that. All right, the next one is, how has QHHT evolved over time, and what are some current developments in the field? It's just constantly expanding, like even with some of the things regarding to what is hypnosis, and but now they're really calling it the awakened state. There's so many developments that are always happening and occurring, but that was probably the best one, is taking that hypnosis piece and then blending it into an awakened state. Finally, we got the last one here. Are there any notable success stories or case studies that demonstrate the efficacy of QHHT? Yeah, like I said, heart stuff, front, back, migraines, cancer before, after. A lot of benefits come through that. Yeah, there's just been a lot of really spontaneous, wonderful healing that has happened, and a lot of it even could be from just going back into some of your past lives and having more awareness and learning more about the lessons in those past lives, learning more lessons about your divine purpose, and that you bring that forward. So these are some of the things that I really look at is for the person that's on the daybed, is we want to really be clear to have some lessons in the lifetime. Maybe they've had maybe 2 or 3 different past lives, but we want to get lessons from each one of those past lives, and we want to get 3 of those divine energies with their divine purpose and their lessons. It's very, very succinct. It's so fun. All right, so we'll see you soon, and namaste.